Okay, well, the hour of 8:30 has arrived. I will call this meeting to order. We have a quorum. Hopefully, we'll have a larger quorum. Oh, somebody's dialing in right now.
This is Dave. I think I made it on this way.
Hey, Dave, we got you.
Well, Dave's
Can't
on.
get it through the computer. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Okay, yep. Okay. Certification of open meeting laws, complete. We have a 16-item agenda. Need a motion to,
I'll move to approve 16-minute item agenda.
got a motion? Need a second?
Second.
Yep, she said she seconded.
Okay.
Second by Bridget. Okay, adoption of minutes from previous meeting.
I'm going to move to approve those.
Dave seconds.
Dave, second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Public comment period. Members of the public will have a 15-minute block of time to comment on today's agenda items. Members may be present in person or call in to make such comments. To comment by telephone, please call 715-538-1894. Public comment may be extended or curtailed at the direction of the committee chair and after advisement by the committee. I have no calls coming in now. We will leave it open and take calls if they do come in. Otherwise, we can move on to the next item, number 6, county sales tax update. Has everybody got that in front of them? Looks like we had $305,043.72 for November. I just doing some quick numbers on that, as we were mentioning earlier. Year to date, we're 2.76% above year to date last year,
Okay.
which is $56,841 in total. And interestingly enough, if you take the average for the year so far and multiply that average times 3, which is the number of months left, well, we would be only above last year by $5,600. So it's pretty much running even to last year. But if the indications from November's numbers continue for the next 3 months, we could be up quite a bit. So we'll have to see how that goes. We have had some months where it's quite a bit less than 300,000. So I find it kind of interesting where we're at now. So at least we're holding to last year. That's the way I see it. Any questions, comments? Okay. Moving to the general fund. Looks like we have a balance after holding for working capital and the assigned numbers already through the year of 2.94, assuming those grants are accepted. So. Any questions,
So
comments?
we have a possibility that we'll be taking a little more out with pay for our employees, or we don't know where that's coming from yet?
So I hear. I have not heard any
Oh, you
more.
weren't
I
here
mean,
when we
I
discussed
was online,
Right,
but I
right.
haven't seen a resolution. So
Going down the list, we should have everything else covered, I believe.
wouldn't we at the committee see a resolution? Susan, were we supposed to get one to this
It's going to
committee?
retail bargaining first.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, yeah, it's gotta go over there first, I guess, right.
From there, we might need to just talk about whether it needs to come back to executive finance, because there's probably, a component that needs to be reviewed here, but perhaps we could do a quick meeting right before the county board if it's approved.
Yeah, I would think it would need to come to us to look at it, but
With the financial aspect, absolutely.
I would hope so, yeah. So we would be looking for another meeting to come forth?
Possibly,
Okay. Moving on to the next item, department reports and requests. I do not see Joe.
I emailed him and his assistant and asked if they were coming down. I think Joe's out until like December or something. I included his assistant too and asked if they were coming.
Interesting. Okay, well, Susan, I guess we can move on to you then.
Morning.
Good morning.
I hope you guys are doing well on Monday morning. Just to give it an up. Oh, sorry. Turn it up eventually. One of these days. Is it on now?
No, there it is. Oh, you just turned it off.
Keeps going off. We can see the red light, but you
I
can't.
think somebody's trying to turn you on from back there. There it is.
Thank you. Now you know my deep dark secret. I am not that tech savvy. I just wanted to give you an update. You know, I've been here about 2 months actually from today. It's been a busy 2-month period. From the start, we've been doing hearings on guardianship, mental health, zoning, child support, all of that. That stuff is kind of the bread and butter for Corp Counsel, so I'm going to kind of focus on a couple other things. One thing that I am trying to do right now is review the office's policies and procedures. I'm looking for efficiencies and compliance. If there's something that comes up, I will absolutely mention it. Some of it's depending on the area of law, it might have some confidentiality pieces to it too. So I'm going to just kind of broadly say I'm looking at compliance and efficiency, and I'm hoping that in the long run, we will create something that's maybe a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more legally compliant, and also have a benefit to the taxpayers. And I'm happy to talk about that at a later point if you want. I'm also looking at contracting policies and procedures. First and foremost, I would like to see some sort of centralized location record piece, because you have contracts in every single department. And certainly the clerks have some, but we don't have an online feature or one that's easily accessible, and when you have new staff, that creates some issues. I'm also looking at standardized terms and conditions for contracts as well as RFPs. One thing that I do think that we might need is an update to the policy regarding purchases, because right now that's more focused on items rather than services. And so I think we'll have to take a look at that. One thing that is coming up again and again and again, and really to the credit of most of the department heads, they are raising it. We are frequently having public records issues. And so that comes up almost daily on my end, and some of them more noteworthy than others. And so in the future, there'll probably be training as well as an ordinance update. One thing I do want to put on your horizon, although it's not something to bring today, but eventually I'd like to come back with a disallowance policy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that at all.
What kind of allowance?
A disallowance. So Wisconsin law has a provision that allows for entities like a county to, when they receive a claim, that they can disallow it formally. And so this would be a policy that essentially creates another defense for the county. What it does is it shortens the time period in which you can bring a claim against the county. So if the statutory period is 6 years, if it's been properly vetted, which is the first part of any claim, and then the process is followed, it shortens it down to 6 months. So it's something that is helpful down the line. Also having the policy in and of itself, or the procedure, is helpful. So just as a heads up, that will be coming, but it's not going to come next month probably, but it'll be coming back to this particular committee, and I'll do more education at that time too. So I'll explain it a little bit better. As an update, I did receive a communication from council on the opioid settlement. The McKinsey settlement will be coming soon McKinsey, if you remember, is a consulting firm that was involved and provided business advice related to the opioid industry. That settlement will be $207 million, which is to be divided up nationally. So the amounts that the county will receive will be smaller. We do not need to do anything unless for some reason we do not want that money, which is, I'm guessing that's unlikely. So we don't have to do anything on that. Just as another update, there's some communication going back and forth regarding the type of reporting that the county will have to do next year for the same opioid settlement. Right now, we are legally compliant. I spent some time looking at that, but we will have to do another type of reporting next year too. So if you're thinking, okay, we only did one last year, the process is evolving. So I know that was a lot in a short period of time. Do you guys have any questions?
Well, this is something we don't hear a whole lot.
Oh,
I haven't before, I guess, so we're gonna,
On the opioid, you mean?
yeah, well, no, on the overall discussion and some of this that you sent to us.
well,
Yeah.
let me know if you have any questions about any of it.
Good.
Happy to be here, so thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, still no Joe. Are you gonna be for the closed session? Okay, so are we ready to go to item number 9? We'll need somebody to request to go into closed session.
Go ahead.
There's John.
She can't.
There you are. Good morning.
Oh, I'll let John read it. The closed session.
You can talk. You can read it. You got glasses, I don't. You got it there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dave, if you can hear me all right, I can read it.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Go ahead.
Okay, then I'll make a motion to go in closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute section 19.85, parent 1, parent E, for deliberating or negotiating the purchase of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business, whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session to review the 2024 county surveyor contract.
I'll second that.
Okay, we got a second? Okay, we need to do roll call vote.
Yes.
Bridget?
Dave here, yes.
Yes.
Okay, Orsh, yes. We are now in closed session. Okay, we are back in open session.
Make a motion to approve the contract discussed in the closed session.
Second. Let's wait for some.
Okay, roll call vote. All,
Yes.
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 yes,
Okay.
motion approved. Carries.
Much more efficient than the other term.
I don't know.
Just kidding, David.
All right, well, we will then move on to item number, we're already up into 12.
Yeah.
And we do have Paul here. Welcome, good morning, Paul.
Okay, we know that it's the, now where did I put it? The 1,787,523.58 that still has to be allocated. And we added that over to that sheet that says the available funds for renovation. And then also the, whatever this month's, last month it was about $28,000 just for that, but there was about $48,000 in interest on our general interest that could be added to that.
It has to be
Otherwise-
done when?
By 2024, the end of, but I mean.
Oh, so
we're
we've
gonna-
got a whole year.
Yeah, but you gotta keep it in the back of your mind if it's gonna
Oh,
be that
okay.
renovation stuff, yes.
because I don't hear anything from anybody else, I'm gonna throw out there, I think it should stay in that category at this stage yet. We have time to make changes. So, but I think it should stay in that category so we can, until we get the bids back from the renovation and see what happens there.
Absolutely. Agree.
Agreed, yeah.
I think you can go in the FEMA.
Okay. Moving on to item number 13, FEMA funds update.
We have heard nothing, not a thing.
When's the last time we pinged them?
Probably 3 months ago. But I know they said they sent everything in to the feds, so we're just waiting for the money coming from the feds, is what it is. I can give that Olivia, I don't remember what her last name was. I can
Newton
email her.
John?
Huh?
Newton John?
Okay, well,
Dave caught that one.
any other discussion on FEMA?
Just to throw out there, how confident are we of the answers we're getting?
From FEMA?
Right now, I'm not
Not at
confident at
all.
all.
Correct.
Not at all. I don't think we're gonna get anything.
Do we need to keep it on the agenda then? I
Well,
mean,
we are supposed to get administration fees. That's what, all that is left that we can ask for, and that was 90,000?
90 something.
Something like that.
Yep, yep.
We may only get a portion of it too, I don't know.
The whole thing is disgusting to me, but
Started out good, but didn't end very well.
Okay, well, should we move to number 14? Discuss action on allocation of LATCF grant funds.
That is the 100,000 that we got, that we can designate it for anything, and we actually put that also into the available funds for the courthouse renovation.
I think we should just leave it there for now and again.
That would be
based on-
that would be my opinion also.
Yep.
we don't need a motion to that effect, do we? Just as discussed. No? Do we need a motion to put it in there?
I don't think so. Not till we get the whole package put
Okay.
together. Like I said, our general interest is going to be at least $48,000. And then the ARPA interest was about 27.5 last month, so I figured about 28,000 there. So that's why I come up with that 70, what did I say, 76,000?
Okay.
That could be added onto the sheet here, but I have to verify it with Lori, and she thought those reports should be here maybe by tomorrow.
And that interest will continue until we start spending money, right? So,
Longer we can wait.
And I talked to you the other day about, well, I couldn't remember what that 200,000 was on that form. That was what was budgeted for this year, interest. And we're way over that.
yeah, so we should have more than that
Yeah.
number, which is good. 'Cause we still don't know where we're gonna finalize on all that. And do we know, are we gonna get an update next on property next week? Do we know? From-
The interest in that?
No, from the contracts for the bids
I haven't,
next
No,
week?
not next week, because you don't meet till the 18th.
you mean.
Oh, that's right. We
It's
pushed
a
it
week
back
later.
But I think we're gonna get an update.
When's regular
We'll
board
see.
meeting?
Then, that's why it was pushed till then, because they won't have it until
Okay.
When's regular board meeting?
18th.
So everything's gonna happen on 18th? You're gonna have
Property will be
and-
Property.
in the morning.
Okay.
Property in the morning and then county board at
Is
night.
exact finance and property together again?
No.
No.
So, just looking forward
We don't
on
have a
that.
property agenda yet for next week.
But just looking forward on that, we would then need to, next month's agenda would need to include discussion on that then. If the final from property is agreed to. We'll see how that goes. Well, hey, that puts us at number 15, it's date and time for next meeting. Next year.
The first is a Monday.
We're not open.
The second is a Tuesday. I'll be on vacation and be back for Wednesday. Would you want to wait till Wednesday, or do you want to do Tuesday? That's fine with me.
Or the following Monday also.
Oh, and Monday.
The following Monday will be,
The 11th.
Property.
No, what is that?
Is it?
The 8th. Let's do the 8th.
Is that gonna be same as property? Or you-
that'd be property on the 8th.
We'll
Well,
do
you,
property
you
on the
don't know, maybe
15th.
property will go a week later again.
Oh, do you want to do it that way, 8 and 15?
Yeah. That made law enforcement would be the 18th, and then the board meeting is what, the 22nd?
15th,
It's the third,
Monday.
Is it the third Monday?
so it's 2 weeks from today.
That's why property goes.
The board meeting would be on the 15th, you're saying? We can do both, can't we?
I'll have a
During the
calendar.
night?
You can get up to $250 per diem, so we don't have a problem there.
Come on.
It doesn't matter to me. If we set the 8th, then property will have to set it around us, right?
What did you request?
I was just saying, if we set it on the 8th, property would have to set it around that. Maybe do it on the 9th or something. So, we shouldn't worry about property, let's just set our own meeting. So I'm good with the 8th. Dave, you good with the 8th?
10 an hour.
I'm good with the 8th, yep. That'd be better than the week before on Wednesday, because we've got, land use on that morning.
Bridget, you good?
So.
Thumbs up? She's good. All right.
When you get back, Dave?
We'll be back in Thursday sometime, probably late.
Because he's starting this day.
Next meeting, 8:30 on the 8th, January.
So we just
You're gonna be
remember
back on
tomorrow
the
that we'll have
7th?
to make it the 15th then, right? Is that what you're thinking? David, for property?
We'll see what everybody else says.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
I missed.
Okay,
So what date is the next
there was,
one?
there was crosstalk, and I didn't pick up what was said.
You're coming back on the 7th, you said?
Yep, Thursday of this
Then-
week, yep.
Just for further information, I want to make an announcement. We're going to call a special board meeting for 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, the 9th. That's the same
Saturday
date
morning.
because that's the same date that they're having the open house, right? The open house is 11 to 3. 11 to 3 is the open house, so we're going to have a meeting in this boardroom. I'm going to send it out today. Just
On what day now again?
next Saturday.
This,
Coming Saturday, the 9th.
but we don't have anything else this weekend, or what'd you say about the open, or,
That's the open house for the,
not this
Open
week
house.
already, is
The
it?
Yeah.
open house is 11 a.m. on Saturday.
Where was I?
He's suggesting we do a meeting
prior,
at 10 a.m.
the reason prior, because we have an acceptance. Okay. And it's gotta be approved, and I wanna get it done as soon as possible.
Okay, so the open house, we're not really involved. They're gonna have people here to do the tour. Or is the open house just for us, or is this?
No.
It's a public.
Public,
Is this 11? I thought we were waiting until January.
well, I can't, after, they can't, this is last shot, on the 13th, you can't go into the jail part at all.
According to Jim, because that's when the Department of Corrections comes in.
It doesn't mean that somebody, or we couldn't schedule another open house for non-jail viewing for the public,
Yeah.
but this is for the whole thing.
And from what I've heard, this has already gone to the paper, so the public is
Yeah.
gonna know about Saturday at 11.
If they listen to this recording, they'll know about it today.
There you go.
Are we good? Can we close or adjourn here?
So, yeah, I guess we can talk about this. So this Saturday, you want a meeting at 10 o'clock?
Right,
And I gotta get a board call out today.
yeah, he's
so.
gotta get the board call.
Right.
And there'll be a couple of resolutions on it.
And then if it's okay with you guys, I decided, I think we should invite, because it's an open house anyway, former board members, especially the ones that can push for this in the first place.
The ones that'll be named on the plaque, for sure. Because it's that committee that started the whole thing.
That would be the last board then.
Well, it probably.
Adjourned.
We're adjourned?
Okay.
Thanks, Dave. See you later.
You bet. Yep, see ya.